look at it.
They
Esmeralda
can.
kind of makes sense.
Yeah, they go for the Edith Rome, as you've mentioned. And then they secure the Esmeralda. That's a lot of shields.
Yeah, this is tough.
Definitely a lot of shields, just in case.
That one's gonna get Valentina or Faramis.
If they give the Valentina to Falcon's AP Bren, I feel that would be a lot more difficult for RSG to fight against.
Yeah. So just take the Valentina instead.
Take the Valentina and go for a... if not Esmeralda, deny the... no, I feel like
Go
this is
for
a
Rizla.
Phobius... yeah, deny... But this might be a Phobius XP lane already, right?
Oh,
Oh!
okay. Wow. Yeah, these two teams really changed up their drafting priorities and patterns.
So... okay.
To live.
We say goodbye to the Terizla for now. There are so many teams prioritizing the Phobius today.
Yeah.
And it works well. It works well even for the true secured here by RSG. So...
The only thing I'm thinking right now is the Lolita counters a lot of the ranged abilities that RSG can dish out. It could reflect a lot of what RSG can dish out back to them. So this might be tough.
Yes.
RSG Philippines up against Falcons AP Bren. Once again, my name is Ingan. Alongside me is Naisu, and as you mentioned, RSG Philippines are up against Titans.
Yep.
Gods.
They are.
Yeah.
Hey, Renmar pointed out on the panel, now you are here, but you know, that's the thing. Any team that's going to go against FCAP, like that's essentially it. You know what you're up against, and there's very few teams that come out winning against a team like this, and we'll see if RSG is able to do that.
Whoa!
We're already having to burn the flicker this early on, and that's just with the pressure coming out from this Faramis pick from Few.
You know, I actually thought that FCAP was going to go with the Zask and RSG was going to go with the Faramis because we've seen Aqua, even in the previous tournaments, international tournaments, has been using this Faramis, has been a key hero with the recent victories. But this time it's going to fall in the hands of Few. So we can expect Falcons AB Bren to maybe group up, play as passive as possible because their roam and mid combination is more of supports instead of those aggressive type of heroes.
Yeah, I like to see this because, you know, Brigida talked about it a little bit on the panel too. The Lolita is a pick that you see only certain teams pick up. You know, it takes a certain roamer to make it work. Conti's getting really low there too. I don't think anything else is going to happen. Light will get some pressure off, using that concussive blast too to poke them down a little bit further. But that's the thing, the Lolita pick, I'm really wondering how this is going to play a part in this. I know also running the Revitalize helps there. We see this a lot more so on the Hylos pick. But this time around with the Lolita, you know, you're going for sets, you're going for some of that sustainability too for this lineup from FCAP.
Yeah, you know, and Ogwen's intention is really for the sustain alongside with the Netherrealm. A contrast to what Shaq knew when he used the Lolita, he was actually using the Flicker instead with a Battle Spell, but look at this Few.
Okay, Ogwen. Luckily was there too. Holds on to the Revitalize. Few's going to go back. Reset up. Maybe not.
Oh,
has a level 4, and now they're just going to force the fight under the objective. They're going to force it in under the turret. Irad in trouble as Kyle Teasy will take him out and then get the turtle on top of it. Ogwen picks up a kill of himself. And now for FCAP, huge swing in the favor. Objective plus the 2 kills.
This is where the sustain coming in from the Lolita. You can feel it as Ogwen casts that aluminum blast. Kyle Teasy will be able to pick up Aqua here. Aqua's going to use the flicker out. And going back to my point, you'll know Ogwen, his game today, he won't be as aggressive. As much as possible, whenever Kosei or Nimber has the opportunity to free hit, he's just going to look for them, use that Bulwark Shield, and deflect all the incoming attacks coming in from RSG.
I think that's part of the way that works is just the fact that you don't have to be aggressive. You know, we're going to take a breather here, of course, but going back to the point.
That was the Coach Ducky lookalike from our Marshals, but back to the ball game again. FCAP with the lead. If we would recap what happened, they were able to get the turtle, but look at this light.
There's a kick already. Ogwen trying to get out, won't be able to escape the shadow kills. He's taken down. Now Few could be left to this self, but he will be able to get out. Count's easy there to help him out too. So Ogwen, you know, as tanky as you are. Kyle Teasy's still on the hunt. He might be able to get light. Flickers over. Good to avoid that kill going in the hands of Kyle Teasy.
Okay, that was worth it for RSG. You expended Light's flicker, but in exchange, Kyle Teasy didn't get the trade. They're also able to pick up Ogwin. So far, RSG seems to have answers so far, even if FCAP has a 1.8k gold lead, but right now, they're eyeing their attention on Kose. That's why Kose has to be careful, especially since the Moskov, his power spike, you're going to feel it later on, mid-game or late game.
It's going to get to that point, but, you know, for now, it's answering the pressure objectively that's being set up here from FCAP. And so this turtle being up, you're going to see RSG try to get in position, try to get the information they need, but it's going to be too late. Neuron Blast comes down too, won't find a target, and that's just an objective in the hands of FCAP to work with. So I would say RSG, it looks like, you know, they have the idea.
Yeah.
The hard part is actually executing that idea. And if they wait too long, they hesitate. That's the problem. FCAP won't give you that opportunity.
Yeah, as much as possible. Even if we're saying that FCAP, they're going to play not that aggressive, especially since Ogwin has a Lolita that doesn't have a flicker, but a revitalized. They're still initiating clashes, but here on the other hand, here onto Super Marco.
Oh, Super Marco, okay. Got that little bit of shield, of course, to help him out, stay alive, but there is some damage, obviously, there. Coming through, Light gonna go in, Way of the Dragon, right on target, but it's Flapteezy. So tanky, just gonna jump in with the Infernal Pursuit. Takes a couple shots from the turret. Conceal's going to be used to Light, give the call on this. Kyle Teasy's just around the corner, so they don't risk it.
50 seconds short of the flicker from Light. If he had that flicker, for sure he's going to cast it onto Flapteezy, but Ogwin on the other hand. This is the problem if you opt for a Revitalize, as Ogwin picks up as well a Flask of the Oasis. You can't have those crazy outplays with the Numinum Blast!
Oh, no, he's okay. It's all right.
Okay,
it's just a Spear of Destruction.
I thought... Luckily, Ogwin was there to have that shield also. That's why the damage wasn't enough. But if Kose continues to have those accurate Spear of Destructions, it might be a problem later on in the late game for Falcon's AP Bren.
It's good. He's just staying warm up. You know, he's got to keep the arm warm, basically. Landing those spears is going to be crucial for them later on, and you never know what you can pick off with that. So, but right now, it's still the question of, can RSG stop objectively what FCAP is doing? And you know, anytime you talk about FCAP, whether it's here or around the world, they talk about their prowess as a macro level play style, and you're seeing it kind of unfold here.
I actually like what RSG did prior to the most recent turtle. Kose decided to swap lanes with their XP laner. That's why he's having a good time onto the top lane. But now FCAP working on this turtle. Few goes in.
Oh, there it is. Another spear's going to land this time. Will he follow it up? Kyle Teasy still gets the turtle, but can they win the fight? RSG in shambles. The next target here gets slowed down and taken out of the picture. Kyle Teasy picking up the kill here. And the objective now 3 for 3 for the Turtles.
You know FCAP has their power spike. Again, with those skirmishes, 5-on-5, as we look at the Infinix hand cam, you can see how fast Super Marco plays. Again, his Harith was really brave, dashing in, making sure to chase after RSG.
I don't know, for me, like Super Marco's probably one of the most chill gold laners.
Super chill.
Like, he just sits there locked in, and it just looks like it's just another day for Super Marco.
Do you know those memes where Flapteezy goes wild, Kyle Teasy goes wild, and then they pan to Super Marco? Super Marco's like chilling.
He's just he's just locked in.
Like Super Marco's the one with most kills, the one with the recent maniac, but Flapteezy's the one who's wild, shouting.
Yeah, Flapteezy takes enough energy to apply that to Super Marco at this point.
Yeah. But on the other hand, though, whenever they do TikToks, it's actually Super Marco initiating with Flapteezy and Pando, which is a weird fact. So you know Super Marco still wants to enjoy whatever they plan on doing. But Light with knock-up here.
Oh, that's tough. He's going to get slowed down and stunned. We'll be fine. Pop still conceal still. They might look for a re-engage here. Shadow Kill already going to be used. Irad could be in trouble as Aqua is going to be the first to fall. FCAP wants the fight, as Super Marco will pick up the kill on Irad. 2 down for RSG.
That moment rather was one of the best moments to use Harith. I mean, the Zaman Force really used up well. Super Marco didn't even have to use the conceal because there's no knock-up. There's no pin down for RSG Philippines here to try and sustain and contain Super Marco. So Super Marco's just really playing freely.
Yeah, at this point, freely farming up, getting everything that he needs. And even Kyle Teasy, man. Kyle Teasy's going to go ahead and start up this Lord most likely. It's going to be locked in unless RSG wants to fight it. I just think they shouldn't. give it up. It's already under half health here. So Lord in the hands of FCAP. And remind you, if you guys missed the panel section and they were talking about it, Kyle TZ #1 in so many stats here. And you can see why. Light gets spotted out, but he should be fine. Gets out of danger. And they got to worry about the defense now against this Lord push.
Yeah, first Lord, you'd expect RSG to be able to defend this, not suffer any inhibitor turret losses. But with FCAP, how they're playing right now, Kyle TZ still manages to stay alive, but they expended the Nether Realm though.
Yeah, they get that out. Dominator's Descent going to be used too, and RSG at this point, given the deficit here, given the gap, I'm wondering if they can still hold on in this game and not have it end after that first Lord push. Right now, though, FCAP with the lead they have, they're surely going to play into these base turrets here of RSG.
Okay, Irad wants to look for a pick-off before the Lord marches in the inhibitor, because that's how they're going to defend this. They want to pick off as much as possible, and I think it's going to go on to Few. But Few spots them out. Look at Light there. Oh, Wiki Shadow Kill will be casted onto the middle lane, but not enough damage.
Not enough damage, and now they're going to force the fight. Irad will be taken out, sniped out by Kyle TZ under the base turret. Lord finally going to be worked on, but now holding on to just a 1 tier 2 in the mid lane. It's going to be pushed by this wave for FCAP. And now they're up to the base turrets here.
8.8k gold lead for Falcon's AP Bren, but still RSG still has their inhibitor turrets. Irad not in the picture yet. Ogwen still has his ultimate, so they can actually force this to get the inhibitor turret. But look at damage coming in from Falcon's AP. Bren, the Salmon Force is also there.
Already dropping down the Numenal Blast too. Dominator's Ascent. He will be able to get some space to work around with, but the turret goes down. And that, just like that, FCAP can continue to layer down those ultimates and force RSG back. They don't want to fight FCAP.
Yeah, the threat of the Numenum Blast from Ogwen is just really imminent. As much as possible, if that's still available, you wouldn't want to force a clash. Okay, let's just give up the inhibitor turret on the top lane, RSG said, because if they try to defend it and lose members, FCAP would really capitalize on it and maybe get another inhibitor in the middle lane or the bottom lane.
What is not working here? And I mean, like when we look at all of this, the past 11 minutes, what's going wrong for RSG?
I think it's really the pick-off potential that you'd expect them to do.
Yeah.
It's just not working because FCAP is really working as one unit. Same as what we've seen with Fnatic Onyx last series, wherein they rotate as one. 5 members rotating all throughout the map. It's hard for Cho. It's hard to play as a Cho if you're up against a team that's like has one mind.
Not only that, I mean, the one mind, the synergy that FCAP has, but you're playing a Cho into this lineup alone. Yeah. You know, it's even if Light tries to find a pickup, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, and apart from that, the Wiki Shadow Kill again, with the presence of the Netherrealm, it's like it's non-existent. Because apart from the group up coming in from Falcon's AP Bren, whenever Irad casts that Wiki Shadow Kill, even onto one member, Few's always there to cast that Netherrealm, always ready to defend his members. And now 11k gold lead coming in from Falcon's AP Bren. They have minions onto the bottom lane. I think they're going to force a push here.
Yeah, they are. I'm not even sure if they're going to wait for the Lord here. Still working on the turret. RSG will do everything they can to hold on. But once that Lord makes its way on the top side, you're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to see the pressure put on. Ogwen dropping down that Numenum Blast. Kyle TZ might even just punch it into the base and flap TZ as well.
Whoa.
So tanky here.
Even last season, he's still the one above all. Kyle TZ holds the highest average Lord kills last season with 1.84. And now FCAP marching onto the middle lane.
Numenum Blast coming down once again just to cover the turret. Lord's still up here. RSG has to deal with that and the full force of FCAP with a major lead. They're going to clear out the Lord. 2 turrets down for now in FCAP. They don't have the push from the wave to take this third one. So RSG, despite being down this massively, will still stay in the game for now. But it looks like FCAP still wants to put the pressure in the base.
Okay, they still have enhanced minions marching into the bottom lane, and I think they can actually force another push here. But look at Flap TZ going in right after Light. The Clash not yet going to pursue here, but this time the minions are here. They're going to be able to take down Inhibitor turret, but look at this Nibor!
Oh, Nibor going to be in trouble again. Numenum Blast going to find the target, and they're going to be possibly looking for more. Light in trouble too. FCAP doesn't have the waves to push in just yet. They got to clear it out and wait for it. Mid, bottom, top, still pushing in. RSG down 1 member as FCAP, 12,000 gold ahead, will look to close out the game in a dominant fashion. FlapTZ jumps in with the Infernal Pursuit. The base with the Nether Realm and everything else will fall into place as Kosei tries to keep them at bay from ending it, but it's just too much as FCAP takes game 1 dominantly.
Another day in the office for the Bees.